Hi everyone, my name is Natasha and welcome to Colt. This is the intentional place because I like to talk about how to take on life more intentionally, from time management to productivity to everything purposeful living, so that while we're on this earth we can be the people that we have been called to be. Okay, so from the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about lessons that I have learned at the age of 30, or things that I wish I knew when I was in my 20s, or better yet, things that I wish I took seriously, because some of these things, we know them, but because we're young and living our best lives, we don't really take them seriously, or we do not know where to start. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be talking about. 2020, I turned 30 years old, so I'm a whole 30-year-old woman. I'm a whole grown woman, and the teens are gone, the 20s are gone, and I feel like 30 marks the year that you look at yourself, or even people look at you and they're like, yeah, you're a grown man, you're a grown woman. And in your 30s as well, I believe that these are the years where you are building that good foundation of your career, or even maybe you could have started in your late 20s, or yeah, in your mid 20s to your late 20s. But yeah, you are building a firm foundation, a firm ground of your career. You're building on your finances and your investments. You're also building on your family. You're getting married, getting kids, having kids, and all of that. So 30s are the years of building and getting a grip on the things that will help you to be successful moving on. Yeah, so moving on to the lessons that I have learned at the age of 30. I'm sharing these lessons because these are things that I reflected on, and I believe that reflecting is a part of being intentional, because when you reflect, you get to see places where you've grown, places where you haven't grown, things that you can do better, mistakes that you have made. But it's all part of life. Anyway, life is all about learning and growing and becoming better at this thing called life. So that's the reason why I'm sharing it. It's things that I've reflected on, and hopefully as I share, if you are still maybe in your mid-20s or even younger than that, or even if you are at the age of 30 as well, maybe it's things that you would resonate with, and you or things that you can also learn from, so that you can do it better than I have. So yeah, moving on, the first lesson that I have learned at the age of 30 is that life is short. Okay, when you're in your teens, especially when you're in your teens, what you can't wait for is to finish high school, grow up, and go to university and get started on making your own money. But only until you actually get there to that stage and you realize that, wow, okay, wasn't I just in high school, wasn't I just in university just yesterday, but I'm already at this stage and I've got all these responsibilities, and time is moving. And yeah, you figure out that a life is actually quite short, and there isn't a reason for you to be, when you're in your teens. Okay, so when you're in your teens, there actually isn't a reason for you to be wanting to move past those years so quickly to get to this stage that I am right now, which is 30 and so forth. Because yeah, life is short. Enjoy the moment that you're in, enjoy your teenage years, enjoy your 20s, and also even if you're at 30s, enjoy your 30s. Basically what I'm trying to say is enjoy every stage of your life, okay? And the reason why I'm also sharing this as a lesson is because if you realize that life is short, you want to make sure that you're making the most of every minute of your life. My second lesson is have determination, like serious determination. And I think this goes hand in hand with not wasting time. Once you finish university and you now have responsibilities in your hands, you want to have serious determination so that, you know, you're able to do the things that you need to do to make sure that you are successful in life, to make sure that you are able to take on the responsibilities that you have without feeling like you are failing at life or whatever. So just always have determination, even when things seem like they're not going so well, or the odds are against you, or the situation or the circumstances that you're in are not favoring you. You need to have serious determination so that you can get past those things. My third lesson is stop relying on people to get things done for you, or stop relying on people to motivate you, because I think it also links with determination. Whatever that you want to achieve in life is really up to you. I think I read somewhere in this book that I think it's actually the book that I gave a review of in my previous video about purpose. So if you haven't watched that, go watch that video. I talk about purpose. So in the book, she says that you as the individual, you have the highest motivation for whatever dreams that you have. You can't expect someone else who doesn't have a vision of your dreams to have the same level of motivation as you have. Yes, you can have a supporting team. Yes, you can have your family that supports you, but at the end of the day, still, you as an individual, the one with the vision, the one with the dream, you are the one who sets the ceiling and the level of motivation that you have for the things that you want to achieve. So stop relying on people to do things for you when you need to get things done. Sometimes for some people, you might not have the support that you expect to have, let's say maybe from friends or from family or whatever. For some people they do, but yeah, whatever situation it is that you're in, whether you have support or not, get things done. Lesson number 4. Once you're done with university and you are starting your career, don't stay in a place that doesn't give you growth. I know that there's this whole thing of humble beginnings. If you have an opportunity, get it or whatever. But try your best. Once you set off your career, try your best to get an opportunity where there is so much potential in growth. Don't just get anything or anything that you can get. Yes, I know, I've been through it, that you are in situations where sometimes that's the best option for you, and you look at it in a way of let me get this opportunity as a stepping stone to getting to another level. But if you can, try your best to just set off your career by getting something that you see having the most potential when it comes to your growth, because then you don't want to get into a place where you get something and then you end up being stagnant, or you are in a place where it's not really taking you forward, but it's kind of taking you, instead of it taking you 2 steps forward, you're just staying at point 1, and yeah, it's pretty much not doing anything for you. Okay, even if it's a situation that, okay, this is an opportunity that I got, it might not be the best, but let me take it so that, you know, it can be a stepping stone to something better. Make sure that you are creating a story for yourself in that place. Don't just be that person who does task A, task B because your boss or your manager has said do this and that. Make sure that you're that person who always goes above and beyond in that place that you're working, so that you're creating a story for yourself. And then once you've created a story for yourself, once you've made achievements, then keep it moving. Go to the next thing within, maybe you can target to be in that place for maybe like a year, so that you're not just, let's say, job hopping. So be in that place maybe for a year, create a story for yourself, and then keep it moving. Go to the next thing where you will see where there is potential for you to actually grow. Number 5 lesson that I've learned at the age of 30 is save. save as much as you can. I am a spender. I like to spend. I like to get nice things, although still in the back of my head, yes, I know that I need to save, but I still also basically I'm a person who has or is learning to find that balance between saving and spending. All right, you need to save. Don't always think about looking on point. And our generation now is a generation where if you're not looking on point, basically that means like you're not really, someone or something like that. And even if not looking at that, just if you're a person who likes things, I like nice things, I like to look good. But if you're in a place where you're growing, you're starting off your career, growing your finances, looking into investing, then look into that. Rather focus on that and just put aside the wanting nice things, the wanting to look on point just for a season, so that you can build. Once you have built, it's not like that's the end. You can't start looking on point at a certain stage in your life. So yeah, that's my lesson number 5. Save, 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 save. Don't just think about buying nice shoes, nice bags, nice clothes. That can be done at a later stage in your life once you have a nice firm foundation. Also, saving for me is something that I wish I took seriously in my 20s or even younger. That even in your 20s, if you are still getting money from your parents, or even when you're starting your career, don't think about just spending. Build a habit of saving. It's not something that then starts when you're now in your late 20s or in your 30s. I think it's good to just build up that habit even when you're still younger. Number 6 lesson that I've learned at the age of 30 is wear sunscreen. So if you don't already know, I'm into skincare. I actually have another YouTube channel. You can check it out. It's called Nat Dongo. It's basically my name, N-A-T Dongo, D-O-N-G-O. And I talk mostly about skincare on that channel. So yeah, that's one lesson that I've learned, is wear sunscreen. The ozone layer over the years, as you know, has depleted. So sun back in the day and sun now is different. So wear sunscreen whether you're of a darker complexion or not. You need sunscreen because the sun, the UVA, UVB rays from the sun, they cause a lot of things. Basically, you're protecting yourself from cancer, you're protecting yourself from getting early signs of aging like wrinkles, age spots, or whatever. So you are better off wearing sunscreen. Lesson number 7 is don't beat yourself up for things that you haven't figured out. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, life is all about learning, life is all about growing and becoming a better person. I am talking about these lessons because these are things that I obviously didn't do so well in my 20s or even up till now. These are things that I'm still learning and becoming better at. So don't beat yourself up if you have things that, specifically if you're at the age of 30, like I said, at the age of 30, that's the age where you're like, yeah, you're grown, and if you don't have certain things figured out yet, you can sort of gravitate towards beating yourself up that why haven't these things happened for you. But don't do that. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. There is always hope, as long as you know how to then reflect and sort of redirect yourself. If there are things that you have done wrongly, if there are things that you need to correct, then always just have that mindset of, you know what, I can do it. As I was saying again, have self-determination. Be that person who can motivate yourself and get up and do the things that you need to do so that you can go to the level that you want to do. So if you haven't figured things out, that's okay. Take the steps that you need to get it done. And finally, last but not least, and probably this should have been my first point actually, is do not take prayer lightly. You need to pray. That's all I'm gonna say. You need to pray. If you're in your 20s or even younger, don't take prayer lightly. Or even if you're at the age of 30, do not take prayer lightly. You need, and I repeat, you need to pray. Okay, the reason why you need to pray is because God is there. God is our creator. God is our maker. He knows the plans that he has for us, the plans for us to prosper, and yeah, plans for us to prosper. So if you don't pray, basically it's like you're putting everything that you have in your life, you're putting all that weight on yourself and expecting yourself to just in your own strength to do it. Yet you have God and the Holy Spirit to help you and guide you. So make prayer a lifestyle, and prayer is not just about it's not just about people who are the so-called spiritual people. And prayer is it's not about I'll do it when I'm older. For example, if you're still in your 20s or in your teens, it's not about I'll do it, I'll be more serious about it when I'm older, or I'll be more serious about it when I'm married, or I'll be more serious about it when I have kids. Now, at whatever age that you are, take prayer seriously. Prayer is about, it's having a relationship with God. It's also not about being, as I said, it's not only for the so-called spiritual people or the people who are righteous, as you are each and every day, every morning, every morning. Take time to talk to God, seek God for his direction, and you find that some things, even in difficult times, are not so overwhelming. Yeah, they're not so overwhelming. You have peace, you have joy, and you know that for sure God has got your back. He will never leave you, he will never forsake you, and the plans that he has for you are good plans. So yeah, those are the 8 lessons that I wanted to share with you guys, lessons that I have learned at the age of 30. Some of the things, as I mentioned, those are things that I wish I took seriously when I was in my 20s. Hopefully that could help someone. I want to know too in the comments, let me know things that you have learned at the age that you are at right now, whether you are in your 30s or whether you're older. I'm sure older people also have things that they have learned and are basically, as you grow older, you get more wisdom because you've gone through that stage of life and you know the things that you could have done better. So at whatever age that you are, if you're watching right now, please go to the comment section and let me know things that you have also learned that that have helped you in this thing called life and at just doing things better. I hope that makes sense, because I know sometimes I babble and I'm not so sure if what I'm saying makes sense only until I actually rewatch it when I'm editing. Anyway, I'm already babbling, so that is the end of this video. Thank you for watching again. Please do subscribe or like this video or share it with somebody that could watch this. Otherwise, bye. I will see you in my next video.